In most languages, basically the language is structured either as a SVO language or an SOV language. Okay, where S stands for the subject of the sentence, V stands for the verb of the sentence, and O stands for the object of the sentence. English is a SVO language. For example, I watch TV. Okay, by the way, object, it answers what? Okay, what the verb is acting on. Okay, for example, I saw what, I did what, I touched what, I heard what. It answers what. Okay, so I watch TV. I is the subject, watch is the verb, and TV is the object. Okay, watch what? Watch TV, that's what. Okay, now Japanese is opposite, it's SOV, subject, object, verb. Okay, so instead of I watch TV, let's go ahead and erase this. You might want to write this down. Japanese say I TV watch. Okay, so I is still the subject, TV is the object still, and watch is still the verb, but it's in different order. I TV watch. Okay, so also let's go over it again. I is the subject, but in Japanese you put wa after the subject, even when you speak, I wa. And then you put TV is the object, and then you put O after TV, because TV is the object, and then you put the verb at the end, watch. So I wa TV O watch. Okay, so let's go over verbs. Watch. Okay, first let's go over the Japanese alphabet. We have an alphabet in which you say your ABCs, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Well, they also have their alphabet. A, I, U, E, O. Ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. Sa, shi, su, se, so, etc. Even ma, mi, mu, me, mo. The only odd one is the very last, like a letter N, which can also be NG, like song, or M. You know, a letter M, a letter N. That's what that one letter is. Now, notice I said ka. Okay, ka is one letter. It's not two, like K and the A. It's one letter. It's ka. Ka is written in Japanese like this. Or, show it better. It's written like this. Okay, that's ka. Okay, just one letter. We write out K-A, but they just have ka. So remember, when you see this, it's one letter, okay? It's just ka, one letter. A, I, U, E, O, that's 5 letters. A, I, U, E, O, and ka, ki, ku, ke, ko, etc. Okay? And of course you have N, G, and M. Okay, so in Japanese, there's 3 classes of verbs. Class 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so watch in Japanese is miru. That's the verb for watch. Okay, so it's a class 2 verb. Okay, class 2. Okay, miru. It ends in ru, okay? So ru would be like down here somewhere. Ru, one character. Okay, class 2 verbs always end in ru and are preceded by something from the E column or the E column. E column or E column. So this is the E column here. And this is the A column. Okay? So, class 2 verbs end in "ru" and are preceded by something from the E column or the A column. Okay? So, in this case, me is from the E column. So, ends in "ru" preceded by me. Okay? So, that's a class 2 verb. Now, how do you conjugate class 2 verbs? First, we notice it ends in "ru." Okay? In English, we say to watch. Okay? To watch. In which to precedes it. We don't really say I to watch or anything, but it's preceded by to. Okay? In Japanese, they end it with "ru." Mi, ru. Okay? Ends in "ru." That's like our to. So basically, we drop our to, they drop their "ru." Okay? And then they add mas. By the way, this "u" is like silent, so it's like mimas. Mimas. But it's really masu. Masu. So, to watch is mimasu. Okay, so you say I wa TV o mimasu. Okay, so that's how you do that. Another TV is basically our word television. Okay, they just television. Okay, they drop the zhen and write terebi. Okay, so basically it's terebi. Okay, so I wa terebi o mimasu. Okay, so that's basically how that works. Now, you just have to learn it. I is watashi. Okay, watashi. I think of like water, but say wata. Wata, like water. And then just add shi. Just remember that, watashi. So, watashi means I. And then you add the wa. Then terebi o mimasu. And that's it. Watashi wa terebi o mimasu. That's how you say I watch television. Okay? That's basically how Japanese works. And that's, if you can say this sentence, you can say just about anything in Japanese. Watashi wa terebi o mimasu. There's more to learn, but it's all basically the same thing, type of thing. So congratulations, you can now speak Japanese.